Well, hello, America, and welcome to Maya's Politics and Survival Guide. I'm here once again, taking a sip of my Folgers instant coffee. I love it. I recommend that you all stock up on it now, okay? Oh, I got to take one more sip. Mm. Oh, my goodness. It is really good coffee. Okay. Well, today I am going to talk to you about, well, survival, a little bit about politics because they're kind of like intertwined with one another now. Whew, I got dirt on me. I've been outside gardening. Oh, anyway, I'm preparing. Uh, I want America to know that we are in the early stages of what's known as a Great Depression. And the reason why I'm telling you this is that they are artificially inflating Wall Street. They did that back in 1928 before the Great Depression hit in 29. Uh, and the thing is, they're repeating the same thing. Trump even said at one point that he loved the Great Depression. Why? Well, numerous things. Things became unaffordable for most. Uh, Labor was extremely cheap, and people were working for 50 cents an hour just to get 50 cents so they could buy a sandwich or something to eat. Um, they and then what they do is that the people that have money, that had money, they buy all the stocks and commodities, and everybody else is the ones that suffers from it. That's why Trump loves the Great Depression era, because he knows they can benefit more. How much does a billionaire need money wise? Do they need 20 billion, 30 billion, 50 billion, 500 billion? When is enough is enough? We need to put limits on how much a individual in America can own. And what I'm saying is that all these billionaires that have robbed the American people of salaries by paying them low wages and creating a massive, massive debt for our country because they feed off the government programs. They keep the wages low on their employers, aka Walmart, Jeff Bezos of Amazon, and other mega companies. They pay low wages so that the government can subsidize them through food stamps, housing assistance, and all these other different programs. That's not right. When you have a company that's worth over $500 billion, you would think that they would be able to pay better wages, pay medical. They don't. Why should they? The system is designed for them to take advantage of. And that's what we need to change. We need to limit the amount of money one individual can own in America. No one should own no more than $500 million, in my opinion. That is more than enough money that you will ever see in a lifetime. And the thing is, these billionaires, these corporate billionaires have robbed our country, and they are literally robbing our country in the White House now. That's why we have all these oligarchs, Apple, Jeff Bezos of Amazon, Walmart, all these different companies, Microsoft. And guess what? The majority of those people I just named, they're also on the Epstein Files list. Yes. So something's going on, America, and you better wake up. Today, I want to let you know I went back to Walmart. I drove past a gas station on the way to Walmart. I always check the prices. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When I drove past the gas station, gas prices was $4.09 at the gas station. We went on down. We were just, my husband and I said that we'll just get fill up on our way out. We went to Walmart. I noticed prices going up again in one day. I noticed a limited supply. of goods on the shelves in America, you better start paying attention. But after we left Walmart, the gas that was 4.09 automatically jumped up to 10 cents within an hour. 10 cents per gallon. Now, I'm going to explain to you, America. This is how you can save money and stay above. Keep yourself afloat in this dire economy crisis. Every time you go somewhere and you notice the gas gauge going down just a little bit, you stop at that gas station and fill it back up. Would you rather be filling it up for $5 to $6? Or would you rather be paying $120 to fill up a tank? People need to learn to walk. People need to learn to bicycle. You don't have to drive your car every day to do something. There's other alternatives. Now, where I live, I'm noticing a lot of things have changed. I noticed all these Trump signs, they disappeared real quick this year. I also noticed a lot of signs in yards popping up for Democrats that are running in my state. Hmm, isn't that something? I also noticed as I drive down the highway, I see a lot of farmers selling their equipment. They're not farming any longer. They lost everything. They bet on Bankruptcy King, aka Humpty Trumpty. That's right, Humpty Trumpty Dumpty. You know, he's just a loser, period. Him and his family are. Oh, and they're running these Ponzi schemes with their crypto. And one of their goons that from China that came over here and Trump pardoned and everything for robbing and stealing from the American people and people in China. Trump pardoned him. He is now suing the Trump and his family because he put in 500 million cash dollars in crypto, in Trump crypto, and now the money's gone. Hmm, isn't that something? You have no honor among thieves. And that's all these people are. Even this Asian guy from China, he is as crooked as the Trump family. And now they're robbing each other, or trying to. I mean, look at all the people in America that have been associated with Trump that have lost all their legal. Uh, they have been disbarred. They lost their license. They can no longer practice law. Look at a lot of businesses that have went out. We had a flea market not too far from where we lived, and we went there, and this lady, she comes in, I don't know what the hell she's thinking she's doing. We saw other people, vendors there, and they had Trump garbage to sell. And that's all it is. It's just Trump garbage. And I stood there for a good 10 minutes just to watch to see if anybody's going to these vendors. People just looked over and kept walking. They're done with it. They're done with Trump. They're done with all this Trump bullshit. They're done with all this Trump MAGA garbage. And that's all it is. MAGA pretty much stands for making America garbage again, because that's what it's turned out to be, is garbage. And what really, I said to these people at a Hobby Lobby that were looking at all this USA uh, garb that they're selling in the stores, you know, the little metal things and stuff like that. And they're looking at the prices and stuff. And I said, oh, don't just look at the price. If you're pro-America, I wouldn't be buying this stuff because If you buy it, you're pro-China because that's where it's all coming from. How is it that you want everybody to be pro-America, but you're selling them the American stuff that's made in China? What happened to the businesses that this Trumpty Dumpty promised that was coming to America? More people are losing jobs. Over 80,000 truckers have lost their jobs since Trump got back into office due to the MAGA idiots. Yes, I'm talking to you, MAGA. Oh, I can't leave you out, MAGA. I just can't. I just have to let and remind you because I think you're too stupid to remember that you're stupid. So I'm letting you know you're stupid. And I'm going to take another sip of my Folgers instant coffee. Now, I was out gardening. Oh, hell yes. I love to garden. And eventually I'm going to figure out how to get everything on my channel uh, for you guys. I have planted a lot of tomatoes. I have planted a lot of flowers. I planted my bell peppers, my jalapenos. I planted my, oh God, oh, what's it called? Uh, other things that my husband like. I can't think what it is. He just loves it. He every time we go out somewhere to a nursery or something, he just runs over to the basil. He just runs over to the basil section and he plucks a leaf off and he tears it in half and he'll eat a little bit of it and he'll come over, Tice, this is so good. And I go, oh God, here we go again. So I planted him a lot of basil. He loves it. We literally just pluck it off and rinse it and everything, and then we just throw in our salads. And I actually dice it up and throw it in my tacos that I make. There's so many ways of using basil. Yes, there is, people. So, but I'm letting you know it's the time to start planting. I'm going to be planting other items as well. And, but the one thing I want you to know is that it is really important, vital importancy that you, the American people, start stocking up on non-perishable canned goods, jars, canned items that are in glass, and keep them in boxes, label everything. Keep them in boxes and stack them in a closet where it's cool and it's dark. And that way you have something. Stock up on your top ramen noodles. You don't have to use those sodium packets that come with the top ramen noodles. I never do. They always go in the garbage because that will kill you. Those sodium packets that come with those top ramen noodles. And top ramen noodles are now getting pricey again. And I'll tell you this, we got enough. Uh, bread, I I urge everyone, if you can afford it, go to your yard sales, go to your uh, local thrift stores. Don't support Goodwill. They're a ripoff. They get everything for free and they're still overcharging you and telling you it's because of the tariffs. They're full of shit. Well, anyway, uh, I have my own bread maker. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't let my bread maker cook my bread for me. All I do is I put the ingredients inside the bread maker and I let it stir everything, mix everything well, and then I let it sit and rise in the bread maker. Once it's all done, I have my bread pans. I don't want those weird looking loaves of bread from a bread maker. I want a loaf of bread. And you can actually throw in some poppy seeds and other ingredients into it. I take dry mushrooms sometimes and I throw in there dry onions and everything, and just throw in there. Uh, I don't think a lot of people have ever heard of pepper bread. Oh, it is so good. Ooh. Ooh, I just might be making some soon. Um, but what I do is I get the ground pepper and I have a pepper mill that's electric because my hands, I am a burn survivor. I cannot do one of those twisty things. So I have a battery operated pepper grinder and I grind it into the dough, into the bread, and then I let it just sit in and everything. And I add a pinch, just a smidge of cayenne pepper too. And now you can get what's called dehydrated butter. And I put a little bit of that in it with the dough, with the flour before I mix everything together. And once it mixes and everything, oh, it just comes out so good. And it is delicious. Oh God, I could sit there and eat the whole loaf all by myself with a little thing of butter or jam. Oh, it just gives you a nice little uh, bite back. You know, a little kick with the pepper in it and the cayenne pepper. Oh, it's so good though. Um, Now, the thing is, these are things I consider to be essential items, such as a bread maker, because I know a lot of people don't have a lot of counter space. And I know a lot of people don't want to go through having to get a bowl out and put all the ingredients in and sit there and just stir it and 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 then sit it somewhere and then stir it, stir it, stir it again, whatever. You don't have to do that. Just get a bread maker. I got mine at a yard sale and I got two bread makers. I always like to buy in two in case one goes conk. I have a backup system, and I can actually uh, feel comfortable and relaxed mentally knowing that I have a backup. Because when a friend of mine was asking me if I had a bread maker that she could borrow, I told her no because I know I never get it back. So, but the thing is, I went to see how much they were, and uh, and oh boy, they've gone up in price big time. My bread maker, I got for $10 for one of them. The other one I got for I think it was like 14, and it was still in the box. Somebody used it one time. They even put a note inside the box that they used it one time. They just didn't want to deal with it anymore, the cleanup. I don't mind cleaning. We all have to clean up anyway. I have to shower. Ugh, I need to shower anyway because I was out in the garden working. But anyway, I just want everybody to know it's time to prepare. It's time to stop procrastinating and putting things off before everything gets so expensive that you're not even going to be able to afford anything. You're not even going to be able to afford anything to make if you don't prepare. And I'm talking about you need to get your flour, your cornmeal. You need to get all these things. You need to get yourself a Ninja blender for Pete's sakes. You can do a lot in a Ninja blender, believe it or not. You can make peanut butter in a Ninja blender. There's so many things you can do. You can make ice cream in a Ninja blender. You can make your smoothies. You know, there's so many things you can do. You can make your salsas, all that stuff. Now I stocked up, and if you go to the market and you buy glass jars, do not throw them away. When they become empty, you keep that top lid and you keep that jar. You clean both of them good, inside and out. You can remove the labels, who cares? You're going to see what the hell's in it. And I save every jar, even salsa jars. I get them in glass. I don't like the plastic ones. But the thing is, I can reuse them and I can make my own salsa and put it back in those jars and I can store them. I can stew my tomatoes and can them. I can stew other vegetables and can them. I can do cucumbers. I can do grape jellies and other jams and stuff. There's so many things. Those jars are not to be thrown away. They are of value to you. if you know how to put them to use. And I'm telling you, when times get tough, you're going to wish you had those jars. And like I've told a lot of friends who are now going around, they're going, oh God, the jars. I wish I had kept them because the canning jars now have gone up in price and they don't want to pay those prices. I said, well, you're the one that threw them out. Don't come asking me for my jars. I got to use them for me, my husband. Now, if I have an excess left over of jars, then yeah, I could probably give a few out here and there, but I'm not giving them away. They're going to have to pay for them. See, things don't come cheap anymore in America, thanks to the idiot in the White House. So now I'll tell you, the Ninja blender is going to be one of your best appliances in your home. A bread maker is going to be very, very helpful for you. Trust me, when bread prices go up to $5, $6, $7 a loaf, you're going to wish you had a bread maker. I have two, actually no, three KitchenAid mixers. I got them as soon as Trump went into office for the second time. I went on, oh God, I haven't been on there in a while. Macari. I went on Macari. I went on eBay and I went to yard sales. I got a beautiful KitchenAid mixer that somebody did not want. A 4.5 quart KitchenAid mixer. They used it a few times. They said it just wasn't for them. It took up too much counter space. Well, I got it at a very good price. Yes, I got that KitchenAid mixer for $27. Almost brand new. I went on Macari. I got a brand new one in box, still sealed with a 1-year warranty through KitchenAid. I got it for $119 on Macari. Brand new. A 5-quart KitchenAid mixer. Then I was looking on Macari and I came across another KitchenAid mixer and I got that one for just over $100 and it was a 6-quart. So I have my backups and I will tell you, they're heavy. I don't like that part. And that is my husband sneezing in the background. And but the thing is, it is time for you to start preparing and getting these essential tools for your home so that you would be able to start saving money and preparing. And as I stated, you need to stock up on your supplies, your food supplies, the basic food items. And you can go on YouTube and you can listen to the preppers tell you what you need to start getting. Now, there's a lot of things that people will forget. And one of the most important things I'm going to tell you, because gas prices are going to keep going up until we get this administration out of the White House and the Republicans out. Every time you drive somewhere and the gas gauge goes down a little bit, always fill it up. It's better to spend $10 to $15 to fill it up than to have to fill up a whole tank that can cost you up to $120 to $150. So every time you drive somewhere, remember to fuel up and fill it all the way back up to the top. Um, if you have yards that you need to mow, I strongly recommend that you invest in getting a battery operated EGO mower or Greenworks mower, not the plug-in kind, the battery ones, where you can actually mow. You can charge the battery and just mow your lawn. You're not having to spend money on fuel for gas mowers. The same thing with snow blowers if you're living in a cold state, as we do. And you can also do the oh well, battery operated yard tools that you can get. Everything is going up right now, so it's better to start planning ahead because as things get higher and higher, you're not going to be able to afford them, and everything is going to go up higher, especially gas. Stock up on your toilet paper. Stock up on um, dish towels, dish rags. Stock up on your dish soap, laundry soap, and I think I said toilet paper and paper towels. But these are essential things. One other thing you need to stock up on is body soap. Stock up on your soaps and your shampoos, toothpaste, toothbrushes. These are things that are going to start disappearing, as I've noticed at Walmart. They're getting the the aisle where the toothpaste and stuff and toothbrushes are, they're getting smaller, and uh, and so shop around, look around, get the best deal that you can, and start preparing because we are in the beginning stages of the Great Depression too, and everybody is going to feel it. If you are a renter, talk to your landlords, negotiate, do a trade of some kind. Um, if you're a homeowner, congratulations because you're pretty much secure to a degree. If you're still paying a mortgage, my heart goes out to you. And because if you lose your job, you're going to lose everything. Even all the money you put into that home, it's all going to go bye bye. So I'll let you know about how you can own a home, own land on the cheap if you think smart, be smart, and just realize you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. Okay, America. Bye bye.